Hello, everybody, and welcome to our Royal Rumble review show of the IWC Radio podcast. Joining me this evening, Chucks and Will. I'm Smoot. How's it going?
Hey.
Yeah, all good. All good.
Hey, whoa! Coming out of nowhere with this.
Yeah, I'm gonna join in as well.
What the hell?
Had to be done.
I have like two already open, and then I have a third one that's unopened, and I don't want to open it just yet. So,
Could you like clank the other two together like Steve Austin and throw them all over yourself?
I'm not doing that, but
No.
there, I can.
There you go.
I can clank them. There you go. How's it going? Get a paper towel.
Yeah, all good. We watched the Royal Rumble this week.
Yeah, was it? Would you say it was the worst one you've ever seen?
No.
Really?
Would you?
The women's one was pretty good. The men's was a bit.
I would say it's a bottom 5 for sure. I wouldn't say it's the worst, but it's up there or down there, however you want to look at it.
The women's might have been one of the best actually of the women's.
That I'll agree
Yeah,
with. That I'll agree with. Yeah. The men's was probably dog shit.
Dog shit.
That's pretty harsh.
Sorry, I swore in the first 2 minutes, so now the video is gonna not perform well. Which I have my own theories about that, but anyway.
So what happens if you swear in 2 minutes? It doesn't.
Supposedly, if you swear in like the first like opening minutes of any video, you might get like not delisted, but what's the thing? Suppressed. The video might get suppressed or whatever.
It's only 2 minutes. I thought it was in the whole thing.
Yeah, if you just swear at all, yeah.
I think it's just in general. If you swear at all, then it can happen.
But one of my videos that I did, that I exported from Twitch, had me swearing like in the first like 45 seconds, and it's like one of the better performing videos I've ever had. So,
well,
go figure.
Never know.
So
What if you say something like shiitake mushroom, or I'm planning on going on holiday to Fukuoka in Japan. Does that get picked up?
I don't know. I don't know.
It's totally innocent.
Yeah, I could see the algorithm getting confused with shiitake mushroom though.
Right, exactly.
Wow.
Well, yeah.
I fell over the other day and bumped my coccyx. Really painful.
It was.
Anyway.
Walking straight.
Anyway. Yeah, the men's rumble was pretty horrendous.
Dog shit.
Yeah, it was pretty dog shit. Yeah. Because
no, now you've said the word.
He said it again. He said it again.
No swearing like Danhausen.
I don't get him.
I don't know what was. I don't know. What was so wrong with the rumble other than like there were no big surprises.
Yeah.
Like legend returns or whatever.
One of the surprises was just Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was nothing really happened, did it? It was just, there was nothing of any note. But normally you'd have, a memorable spot or something. Or...
Yeah, well, they did plan on having a memorable spot, but someone whose whole gimmick is memorable spots couldn't do it.
Yeah, that was pretty much the call sign that this was an awful Rumble. I think Kofi should just retire that now, if you ask me.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, the thing that he was trying to do is the first one that John Morrison did.
Yeah.
He did that same thing, hanging on. Yeah. And then he got fired, and Kofi took over the whole gimmick. He tried to do that first one again and couldn't do it.
Yeah, like... Oh. And
Naomi too. She didn't really.
Yeah.
Her one was pretty lame.
Then there was Shane McMahon, who made his return and then quickly departed because reasons, I guess.
Yeah, I'm hoping one of you's got a bit more on that story, because I've heard that he is gone, but not really.
But apparently he's got a lot to answer for in terms of the Rumble itself, because apparently a lot of it was his idea.
Oh.
Well, apparently he's been producing them for a few years now, or at least kind of, one of many who's been involved.
But yeah, but the story I've read is that Vince apparently has just kind of had enough of him. And
son.
Exactly. Yeah. Apparently he wasn't. There was rumors that he was having a match at Mania
with somebody. Seth freaking Rollins.
Was it Rollins? Was it?
Yeah.
And then within the past week, Vince has supposedly turned around to the creative team and told them not to book him for Mania. And then told him to go home and not come back.
But was he there anyway? I thought he left ages ago.
Well, he's kind of in and out, isn't he? I mean, I suppose, being
I don't know. Was he doing anything day to day backstage for?
I don't think so. No.
That's what I thought. That's the first I heard that he was back at all.
Yeah, supposedly he was the one that was like pitching ideas for the Rumble and things like that.
Yeah.
The latest was him having the intention to come out in the number 1 spot.
No, we won't be doing that.
And Vince personally came along with the plan changes to the Men's Rumble and said he wouldn't be doing much of what he laid out by Shane.
Right. Okay. So then, why is he the scapegoat now? Then Shane made a load of plans that were crap, and Vince said, "No, we're not doing any of them." The Rumble turned out to be underwhelming, and Vince blamed Shane for it.
Yeah.
Sounds a little bit like what happened with Paul Heyman and Eric Bischoff when they were made GMs.
Yeah. Pretty much.
A lot of them, people are saying as well, Triple H normally has a lot to do with the Rumble. And this year he had nothing to do with it at all.
Yeah, because of the cardiac event that he had.
Which would kind of explain a lot, really. It wasn't very good.
Do you think Triple H will ever get back into the, fully booking side of things, of, how he was hands-on with NXT? Or do you think he's just going to be, a behind-the-scenes office guy now? Or,
I don't really understand why he was let go from the NXT job. He was doing really well.
Well, it was his health, didn't it? He didn't want to. I mean, he was doing a lot. Think about it. He was over here every 5 minutes doing the NXT UK thing, and then he'd be back over there with the NXT. Plus, he was doing this general day-to-day stuff.
Yeah.
But that was his thing. They gave him the developmental and the NXT show, and then Vince decided, no, I'm taking it, and it's going to be NXT
2.0.
2.0. And apparently it's because they lost out in the ratings to AEW. They didn't, he didn't do his job of bringing AEW down with his C show, which was never going to happen. And it all seems a bit weird why he's gone from being the heir to now being nothing at all.
Well,
yeah, there's something definitely going on. I mean,
yeah,
I don't know. It's just that his heart thing happened, because I think that happened after he was already before NXT changed. After NXT changed. Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
I think before, wasn't it?
Was it?
Possible.
Yeah, I'm sure it was beforehand. Yeah, I'm not sure of the dates, but I'm sure it was before.
Which has led to some speculation here. I'm going to throw it up on the stream. From Tony Khan, who tweeted this out during Rampage last night, saying the Forbidden Door can be opened for anyone from any wrestling promotion in the world, whether or not it's a company AEW is on good terms with, even if it's someone from a company that's open for business. They're also welcome to slam the door in the face of their prior company. And they mention, with a great showing in tonight's AEW Rampage TNT title bout, Isaiah Cassidy has earned a qualifying match for a spot in the Face of the Revolution ladder match with a TNT title shot at stake. His opponent will debut Wednesday and sign a contract with AEW. So, it could be this person here, or this could be somebody completely different as well. So it could be two people that are different, or it could just be this person that signs the contract is also going to be in the ladder match.
I think he said today it's the one person.
Did he? It's only one
Yeah.
person? Let's take a look here.
He said that it's one person from the Forbidden Door is going to be signing for them.
Yeah, big announcement for Wednesday's Dynamite that we referenced on Rampage, a free agent debut, and the person walking through the Forbidden Door are one and the same. They're walking in the door, signing a contract, and then slamming the door shut on Wednesday on AEW Dynamite. Oops. Sorry about that.
So is the Forbidden Door is still New Japan, right? It's not anywhere else.
I was gonna say it's Shane McMahon.
I was thinking it could easily be Keith Lee or something like that. But
Keith Lee got married. It could be him.
She got married.
Yeah.
Could be him.
Yeah, because it's not Forbidden Door, just someone coming from another company, basically.
Well, originally it was New Japan because there was New Japan had deals with Ring of Honor, and I think there was something with AEW worked with AAA, but Ring of Honor worked with CMLL. So there was kind of issues why they wouldn't work together. But then it was for the best for both of them. It ended up happening.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see who it is. I don't think it's going to be Shane.
I'd be surprised if it was Shane. Does Shane have a no compete for 90 days?
I don't think he was actually under contract, to be honest.
Was he not?
He just come back, and like you say, he hadn't been around for a while.
I'm saying it's Shane McMahon. I don't know if I want to see it, but depending on how it's handled, I want it to be Shane McMahon.
That's all well and good, but we should also point out you're the same guy that thought Stone Cold Steve Austin was coming to AEW.
And John Cena.
Look, man, they're on the ads. They're on the promo material on the side-by-side ad breaks, okay? I mean, that's pretty darn close. The John Cena one could definitely still happen.
Oh, yeah.
Could still happen.
Especially now that Dynamite's on TBS, the same network as Wipeout. Like, come on. There's definitely a crossover there. Come on. Just need Ted Turner to write the big bucks, and there you go.
He's still alive, Ted Turner?
I believe so, yeah. Yeah, he's still alive.
Oh.
He is 83. According to Wikipedia.
I don't think it's Shane.
I'm saying it's Shane. I want it to be Shane McMahon.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it would be amazing if it was.
Would it?
But, well, yeah, just the ramifications of it all,
Yeah.
The contract says McMahon, Shane McMahon. Have like a callback to that. I don't know. Like, he likes to jump off of high things. It is a ladder match, as well, that this person's being booked in.
Yeah. I'm thinking Jeff Hardy, maybe.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
That'd be good.
Yeah. It could be him. It very well could be him. I don't know if his non-compete is up. That's the thing. I don't know if it's been 90 days.
Ooh. Well, we can definitely look that up.
Yeah.
It's got to be close. He's been gone for a while.
I just
Final
can't see
feud
Shane.
show.
It's Shane
Working
McMahon.
Oh no,
somewhere else.
December 4th he walked out on that tag match, so yeah, it's
Yeah, it's Shane McMahon, I'm telling
not
you.
anywhere close.
It's going to be Shane.
It's not gonna be Shane.
Watch you say that, but watch it be him. He's gonna come out and have the lower thirds, and it's gonna be like disgruntled former
WCW owner.
Yeah,
Former WCW owner.
yeah. Or just likes to jump off high things. Like I don't think I don't know about anything in New Japan for anybody to make the maybe Okada. That's like the only one I can think of.
Okada's not leaving. Tony Khan's announcement makes it sound like they're signing someone like exclusively. They're walking through the door, signing and slamming the door,
Right.
and they're not stealing Okada from New Japan.
Then
No
it's
chance.
Shane McMahon.
That's the only option left. But Jay White could be Jay White.
I think you've got more chance of it being John Cena than you'd have with Shane McMahon.
Yeah. Well, yeah, much more.
I mean, that would be incredible if they snagged John Cena.
The New Japan contracts go from January to January, don't they? They go like because they do their January 4th show. That's the big thing, and they do like year contracts from January to January. So it's about time. Someone could have left. I don't follow it closely enough to know who's not been around.
Could be Cody Rhodes. He is a free agent after all.
Is he?
Supposedly,
No, because he
yeah.
was going to show up in the Rumble.
Yeah.
Well, but he was a free agent.
Plans
His
changed.
contract ran out, and they hadn't signed like a new one. And when he made that promo for the ladder match and whatnot, he kind of hinted at that as well.
Mm.
But I don't know if Tony Khan would be, that evil enough to just be like, "Oh, just kidding, it's Cody again."
Well, he did it with Christian. He really bigged that up, and it turned out it's Christian.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and now he's replaced Marco Stunt.
Yeah, that's fine.
Apparently, Jay White is teaming up with Impact of some sort.
Oh, really?
Possibly. I think.
There's some talk it could be Keith Lee.
He just
Yeah,
married.
I
He's
talked
gonna
about
be
that. I just said that.
Yeah, he just married. He's gonna be on a honeymoon. He's not gonna be wherever they're at on Wednesday.
Maybe that's where they're honeymooning. Going on honeymoon. He's going to win a ladder match, and then...
Hold on. AEW. Where are they from? This week. This Wednesday. I don't like their website, for the record.
AEW website. I don't think I've ever been.
It looks like a WordPress layout of some sort.
It's not, but it's using a free service that I can't remember the name of.
Okay. Oh, Atlantic City, New Jersey is where they're going to be at.
Sounds like a good honeymoon to me.
New Jersey? No.
Atlantic City?
No.
It's Las Vegas on a budget.
Perfect way to describe that, yeah. You got that right.
Wix, that was it.
Oh,
yeah, that
oh,
Wix
yeah.
one that the ads keep coming up.
Yeah.
Wix.com. Yeah, maybe it's Keith Lee.
Yeah, maybe. I guess. I really want it to be Shane McMahon. I really want the troll job. The troll job to be real.
I think we all want it to be Shane McMahon, but I don't think it will be.
Like a former McMahon, just to stick it to Vince. That'd be
a
great.
former McMahon.
Yeah.
He's not going to be Shane McMahon anymore.
He'll be Shane Khan. Yeah.
Yeah, probably will be. Yeah, Shane.
Tony will just adopt him.
Tony's son, who is older than Tony is. Somehow.
Yeah.
Maybe
yeah.
it's Linda.
Maybe. Well, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if you'd want
Maybe it's Ken
her.
Kennedy. He's a former McMahon.
Oh God.
Yes. So it's Hornswoggle.
Hornswoggle. It's gonna be Hornswoggle.
Little bastard.
The little bastard.
My God. Anyway, that's how bad the Rumble was, where we're possibly fantasy booking Shane McMahon to be on Dynamite this Wednesday.
It's gonna be Bearcat Lee, and then Adam Cole's gonna manage him.
I don't know if the AEW can do like a knockoff version of Here Comes the Money. Maybe the same lyrics, but just sung in a different way.
Yeah, it's just a cover version. It's all knockoff.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that'll get around
do it.
Trademarks or whatever. Should we get into the Rumble show itself here? By the way,
Let's do the Rumble show
All right.
itself.
I thought we should. Yeah.
Okay. Ay.
There was nothing on the pre-show.
Yeah, nothing.
Nothing. I hear they did a numbers video.
Did they? Well, I kind of caught it late, so they might have.
They did it, and it was it was the numbers video, but everything was just +1.
Did they acknowledge Daniel Bryan as the longest entrance?
I don't think they did. I didn't see it myself, but I would be surprised if they.
Yeah, I can't imagine if they did. But...
They also didn't mention exactly who has won it from number 1.
No.
It's always number 30 is seen as the best number to draw, even though it has the same number of winners as number 1.
Yeah.
Including Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so main show opens with Roman Reigns comes out.
I always like they don't mention who won it in 2004 as well.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it just didn't happen.
Didn't happen, you know.
Just forgot to do one that year.
Oops.
And then at WrestleMania, Triple H and Shawn Michaels wrestled to a no contest.
They did.
And then Randy Orton just found the belt at SummerSlam.
He did, yeah.
Alright, Roman Reigns comes out. He's Roman Reigns, he's had the belt forever, he's the tribal chief, the head of the table, the big dog. Leaky, a little bit leaky sometimes.
Needle mover.
He moves some needles. And then the Shield music hits. And out comes
brilliant.
Seth freaking Rollins. Who, by the way, you have to call Seth freaking Rollins. That's his whole name.
You do. That's what you do.
And he comes out with the Shield gear on through the audience. Does the little roll over the wall. And I don't know. I guess that's mind games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked it. I thought it was a great troll job from
Yeah, definitely.
from Rollins with the ha 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 and all that, just laughing in his face.
I think it's funny because it was Roman's music for so long. Not so much that it was the Shield music, it was Roman's own music for ages.
Yeah, that's true.
So I only caught the end of this one. I think I actually missed the whole match, and then I just saw Roman beating Rollins up a lot. So I don't know if one of you guys can help me out as to what actually happened.
Oh, it was like super aggressive from Rollins right out of the gate because he like broke the announce table with Roman Reigns with a powerbomb like 10 minutes into the match.
That's right, yeah, he did, yeah.
Yeah, it was just he came at him like basically like throwing the kitchen sink at him, the curb stomp and other stuff, and Roman Reigns just kicked out, and then eventually Reigns got him into that chokehold at the end and didn't release on 5 and got himself disqualified.
So on the reviews that I listened to, there was something about, doing the choke out and the arm drop, and the referee dropped Rollins' arm onto the rope.
Yeah, it looked bad. It looked bad because I was like, all right, I get.
Was that supposed to happen? That was the spot.
That was the spot, yeah. Because like WWE doesn't do the arm thing anymore for whatever reason.
Well, they do one, don't they? Yeah, or they look close. Yeah, they do it more like a MMA thing.
Yeah. True. But when he dropped it, Rollins' arm was within range of the rope, and yeah, it looked like it was planned. So.
So Reigns was disqualified for kicking too much ass, apparently.
Yeah, which a lot of people hated. I thought the storytelling was pretty good. I'm not crazy about DQs on pay-per-view, but they're clearly there's more animosity there.
Yeah.
So.
Feud must continue then, I guess.
Don't mind a DQ if it makes sense, which this one did. So.
Yeah.
So that means none of us get a point.
Correct.
No perfect game for us today.
Correct.
We all thought Reigns was going to win, and he did. He walked out with the belt. Then straight into the Women's Rumble. So I counted this up, and I'm pretty sure there were 15 women from the main roster and 15 from outside. 6, 10, 12. Oh no, 2, yeah, so 2, 4, 6, 10, 12, but yeah, 15. They could only fill half of the Rumble. That's pretty good. Well, one of those is Sonya Deville. Anyway. I'm gonna go through the whole thing. Sasha Banks is number 1, number 2, and this is a travesty. Melina makes a return after all these years, long awaited.
I think you'd have something to say about this.
She does the entrance and everything, to the red carpet and all the paparazzis, and she does the splits. Everyone's obviously the roof was long gone, blown right off the arena. Everyone's going crazy, and before we can compose ourselves, she's already been dumped. Which must have been some kind of mistake.
It was, considering Alicia Fox was out to be in the Rumble a lot later on, along with Cameron.
With Cameron, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Has she done much work recently? Or anyone else? Or?
Yeah, she's around. She's with NWA.
Is she?
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe she just wasn't fit enough to last a while, but obviously she's working.
No, she's still pretty fit. Just saying. Apparently she's on Impact as well. She has been a couple of times.
Yeah, it did seem a bit odd that she wasn't around for longer.
Definite mistake. They must have changed the rings somehow since she was last around and threw her off. Well, Sasha went into business for herself. Sasha was scared that Melina was going to upstage her. I think that's probably what happened.
Yeah, probably.
She got eliminated from the Rumble. And then number 3 was nobody meaner than Tamina. Kelly. You had your ravioli out for that one.
Kevin Nash did.
Kevin Nash just eating a big bowl of ravioli, no salad. Enjoyed this one.
I don't like
because she was only around for 1 minute, not for the 2 hours that he wanted. Aaliyah apparently lasted over 20 minutes. That's quite impressive. Liv Morgan, Queen of Zelina, who teamed up with Mina Tamina. That was fun. Bianca Belair, Dana Brooke. Michelle McCall came back and she did her annual 20-minute Rumble in. She got one elimination. Yeah. Sonya Deville came out. She was wearing a jacket. It was jacket time, so she just sat at the booth because apparently when she wears the jacket, she's not a wrestler.
I'm not crazy about the jacket gimmick.
No.
But this is
Natalia. What was it? Oh, well, yeah. Okay. Cameron. We got the Funkadactyl music, the Brodus Clay music after all these years. Cameron comes out. She still looks like Cameron.
Counter ref.
And Sonya Deville decides that now it's time to get in and throw her out. Right before Naomi. We didn't get the reunion.
Wow.
So disappointed.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't do that.
Why couldn't they just do the thing with the entrance with the butts and stuff? You know?
Yeah.
That's all anyone wants to see.
I love the fact that Sonya had no clue who Cameron was, and that that Corey had to smarten her up, basically. Like, Cameron's friends with Naomi. She's like, wait, what?
Then Carmella, Rhea Ripley, Charlotte, and then the Right to Censor.
Yeah.
More than 20 years on, 60-year-old Ivory comes out looking like 35-year-old Ivory.
Yeah, she looked great, didn't she? 60.
Yeah. She even took a pretty decent bump on the way out as well.
Yeah.
And then how'd you top that? With free mode.
Free mode.
I totally forgot that free mode was a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brie was in for a while. Hardcore Country, Mickey James. The Impact title and everything.
Impact Knockout Champion, Mickey James.
Impact Knockout Champion. Alicia Fox then, yeah. Then Nikki the Superhero. Alicia Fox. Then your favorite, Summer Rae. Smoots picked to win the whole thing. And she was fired up.
Crypto Queen.
She threw some punches or something and then was just roaring and like she was all fired up. But
She-
got dumped by Natalia in a minute.
Joe F you as she was going down the aisle.
Yeah, it looked like
Something
it.
like that.
Yeah.
Then Nikki Bella, Sarah Logan.
Yeah, that was it.
That was awesome.
Right.
Now, yeah, keep going, because this is where I have some issues. Keep going.
Okay. Brie Bella eliminated Nikki Bella for some reason. Never really explained that. Makes
Well,
no sense to me.
Hold on. I do have an exclusive clip here.
Oh,
Not really exclusive, but I have a scoop here. Hold on, if I can find it. Give me just a moment, though. Ah!
oh no.
I don't know if I can find it, though. I also don't know why Firefox is open. Sorry about that. Yeah, somebody had a ringside clip here. I'm trying to find it. I can't scroll back far enough. Dun, 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 dun. Here we
What's the
are.
scoop?
Here we are. Here. Let me pan down the music here.
Okay.
Why would you do that to you? That's bullshit.
Nikki said she's always been jealous.
Why would you do that to you?
She's always been jealous. So there you go.
Why'd you do that to you?
I mean, she's not wrong, I guess.
Well,
Sorry about that.
Oh, I'm glad you. Yeah, that's some explanation.
Yeah.
yeah.
Then Lita showed up, who appears to be in for more than just the role. She's sticking around. that's
Yeah,
cool.
sticking around.
She lasted 10 minutes before being dubbed by Charlotte. Mighty Molly, Molly Holly, in full superhero gimmick, came out and lasted 20 seconds before Nikki, the almost superhero, eliminated her. And then, I don't know if she turned heel or what this was, but Nikki doesn't like Mighty Molly for some reason.
Because she's a villain.
Yeah.
I guess, I don't know.
Yeah, she turned on, what's her name? Rhea, the other week.
Rhea, yeah. Huh. When's she gonna graduate and become an actual superhero?
Good
No,
question.
I think she's on the other way now she's turned heel, she's just shit.
It's gonna be almost a super villain.
Yeah.
Number 28 was Ronda Rousey, much to everyone's surprise. No one knew that this was going to happen.
No one saw this coming, did they?
No. Shotzi Blackheart apparently was number 29, and I have no memory of that. And then number 30 was Shayna Baszler, so that was fun. Nearly got to see Shayna and Ronda mixing it up. Hopefully that's going to happen at some point.
Yeah, I didn't like
and then,
the Bellas. I didn't like the Bellas eliminating Sarah Logan, by the way. That was the thing I was getting to.
Why? What's wrong with that?
I mean, you have somebody that looks like they were off the grid for however long since they got fired from WWE, making a return, and then they look like an absolute, like, savage.
Yeah.
And then you mean to tell me that the Bellas are able to compete against that? Like, come on.
Yeah, well, when they work together.
I like the elimination on Ivory. That was pretty good because she didn't even put the microphone down.
Yeah.
So we ended up with, well, Ronda won, obviously. Bianca lasted 47 minutes. Natalia lasted 36. Rhea went 30. Charlotte went 31.
Yeah, a transphobe and Sandy Hook denier won the Rumble.
Some strong allegations there.
Yeah.
I mean, not wrong.
I don't know. I need to confirm. We've got some receipts for that.
You can Google it. Google's your receipt.
Google's my receipt.
Yeah.
Ronda Rousey.
Ronda Rousey transphobic and Ronda Rousey Sandy Hook.
Alright, do what she said. Google. I searched for Ronda Rousey transphobe and Google says it's including results for Ronda Rousey transgender. Like, I'm not implied. I didn't say that. So what did she... It said that she wasn't a fan of Fallon Fox, which... Did she say anything else?
It was something along the lines of like her not being a fan of transgender athletes competing in certain divisions and things like that because of
In MMA, I don't understand that.
Yeah.
It's not like, you know...
The Sandy Hook one is a bit more egregious.
This would be the one.
Yeah. Where she was sharing like conspiracy videos and whatnot. Where she's like, I'm not saying anything, but this seems like it has some traction to it.
There you go. She called it extremely interesting and must watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't she ever go at wrestling fans at some stage? Well,
Maybe, I don't know.
Probably she did. She went heel for a while at the end of
I remember she posted some video where she basically said, you know, wrestling's fake and...
Oh yeah, that was when she was getting her
Yeah,
hair
that
did.
was... Yeah,
That was more tongue-in-cheek, I guess.
that was her character.
Was it though?
Was it though?
So yeah, Ronda wins. Me and Beans get a point for that. Unfortunately, it was not Summer Rae.
And then the pirates set the WrestleMania sign on fire.
Yes, that's right. Will predicted Charlotte. Was nearly Charlotte. And yeah, Ronda's pyro set that she pointed at the sign, it all blew up, and then for a little while afterwards, during the what was it? The women's
The
title, Becky Lynch,
Becky Doudrop.
Yeah.
which went on way too long.
Yeah.
Went 30 minutes too long, and it only went 13.
Yeah.
Everyone was looking at the sign because it was leaking fire.
At one stage, there was a chant going around of "It's on fire."
Yeah.
It's quite funny.
So they vacated that section, dropped the sign down.
Yeah, they were doing the best not to include the sign in the camera shots.
Yeah.
But then Becky ruined the whole thing by saying, "I set that sign on fire."
Pretty much, yeah.
They had it back up and they blew it up again at the end of the show, so
It was on fire again apparently after that, was it?
Yes.
that was the end. It
When
don't matter
Lesnar
at that
won.
point.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Sorry.
So yeah, I don't know why this one went as long as it did. Becky and Doudrop did whatever they did for way too long.
I think it
Becky
might have
won
been
at the
something
end.
to do with the sign, maybe. Maybe they weren't sure what was going on with that, so they just dragged that on a bit.
That's possible.
Maybe. This whole show it was an hour too long.
Yeah, it was a bit.
And this is a match I didn't need. They could have done this in 2 minutes. It would have been fine. No one would have complained.
Yeah.
So that was Becky. Yeah, we all predicted Becky. Points for everyone. Match 4, WWE Championship this time. Bobby Lashley, with the help of Roman Reigns and a Paul Heyman betrayal, beats Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, I'm kicking myself that I didn't see the turn coming.
Yeah.
I think if I've been a little bit more in tune with the product, I would be like, oh, this is where they'll probably backstab Lesnar and, you know, Heyman sides with Reigns once again, you know.
The storyline is exactly what I thought it was going to be, with Lesnar entering the Rumble and winning it, and then they're going to do... For some reason, I thought it would be title versus title. I'm an idiot. Why would they do that? This is
What
like the
about this
obvious
week?
thing for them to...
It seems to be that might be where they're going though. Well,
He's going to win
albeit
it.
a different way.
Yeah, that's true. We'll get around to that one.
Yeah.
So Big BL beats Big BL, and none of us get points for it.
Yeah, we picked the wrong BL.
Yeah, wrong BL. And this is, was it nearly 20 years? Over 19 years since the last time Paul Heyman turned on Brock Lesnar and cost him the world title.
Crazy how that works.
Yeah. Do you remember who won it the first time?
I do not.
No? Survivor Series 2002?
The Big Show.
It was Big Show.
Yeah.
Ah,
The large event. Big G.
wonder what he's up to now.
No more BS.
Yes. He's a wrestling judge now, apparently. Last I saw. Unused wrestling judge. Yeah, so these guys got 10 minutes after Becky and Doudrop got more than 10, which is a travesty. Also, this tag match with the Edges and the Mizes, also like 13 minutes or something.
Yeah.
Oy, this.
It was pretty
didn't
good
need
for
to
what
be
it was.
This one either.
That one was pretty good for what it was.
It might be the best match Maurice has ever had.
Yeah.
I think we all predicted the Edges, the Phoenixes would win.
The Copelands, yeah.
And they did. So that's great. Any other notes on this one?
I don't remember all about this actually. You might have fell asleep.
Hold on.
And then we get to the main event then.
Got the loop to music.
And this was what you guys think was a big letdown. I'm not totally sure why. I was alright with it. I'll always enjoy it.
Okay, it wasn't. I don't know, just something missing.
Something missing.
I like the fact
Yeah.
that three of us
Legends.
predicted differently, and we all somehow get points.
Let's kind of get to that. So, going in, I predicted Lesnar. Smooter predicted number 30. Beans are gone with the 5th unknown entrant. Will's gone with Big BL, Bobby Lashley. AJ, Styles, and Nakamura were the first two.
AJ with the Shawn Michaels pose for some reason.
With the Shawn Michaels pose, because he was number 1.
Yeah.
A Theory was out number 3. Didn't do any kind of Ric Flair strutting or anything like that. Number 4 was Robert Roode, and he doesn't have his music anymore.
No, this was a night of like new musics for some people.
Yeah.
Was this the start of new music? This isn't that they haven't changed,
I
something
think so.
recently?
No, they've had that one for the, what are they called, the Dirty Bastards or something.
The Dirty Dogs.
The dirty bastards.
Yeah, they've had that for a few weeks. It is fairly new, but it is. They have had it before.
This is the worst time of year to debut new music.
Yeah.
Everyone should have music that just says their name at the start. Just say, ooh, Chavo, or Free Mode, or, something that you know who it is. Or Glorious. Glorious will do. Rich Holland is back with a new nose.
Yeah.
And Montez Ford, Damian Priest, Sami Zayn. And then Johnny Knoxville, the one guy whose music I did recognise.
Yeah.
And he gives AJ a pretty stiff forearm. I don't know that AJ was expecting. But ends up being dumped by Sami Zayn. Angelo Dawkins doesn't last long. Omos. And we had the spot where all the guys have to eliminate the Giant. And they did. Rick O'Shea. Chad Gable, who was military pressed one-armed by Rick Boogs later on. That was impressive. Dominic Mysterio. Yeah. Happy Corbin. Dolph Ziggler. It was that music again. Sheamus, Rick Boogs, who was apparently what do they call him? The Jack Freddie Mercury or something?
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that.
Not sure that one's gonna get on me. Madcap Moss, Riddle, Drew McIntyre. Okay, so here's a surprise. Rich Holland was a surprise. Drew McIntyre was surprise number 2. Kevin Owens, Rey Mysterio, Kofi Kingston, who then he did that spot that we talked about earlier. Tried to jump onto the ring barricade, but his feet touched the floor, and they obviously touched the floor.
Yeah, they even got a
They didn't
replay
try
of
to
it.
pretend they didn't.
Yeah.
It's a VAR and it showed that. Otis, Big E. Surprise number 3 was Bad Bunny.
It looked great.
Yeah.
He did look great. He was really good again. He did a destroyer. No Undertaker though. We saw that picture last week of Bad Bunny with Undertaker. Didn't get him. Surprise number 4 was The Money, Shane McMahon.
And there goes the money.
I don't know why.
To Wednesday
There goes
nights
the
on
money.
Dynamite.
Number 29 was Randy Orton, who didn't turn on Riddle. That was something. But sure enough, everyone gets eliminated by number 30. Surprise number 5, Brock Lesnar. So, like Smoot says, 3 of us predicted 3 different things and all got it. Brock Lesnar was this 5th surprise entrant at number 30. So points for us. Will, unfortunately, if you had said Big BL,
I know.
That would have been great.
oh, Big Bob Lash. So at the end of that one, 6 matches to predict from. Will ended on 2. 2 out of 6.
Shocking.
Not a good night for you. Smoot
No.
on 3. And then me and Beans both on 4. So even us, we didn't do that well. That was a difficult one to call.
That's for sure.
It's both title matches. So that brings us to 67 overall for the year. And for the first time in what might be about 5 years now, Smoot is not last.
Hey!
Will has 44 points out of 67. Smoot has 45. How does it feel?
I'm slowly crawling my way up to second place.
Oh,
So.
we've got a couple of pay-per-views to go. We're going to Saudi next.
Oh, Jesus.
Your target is Beans on 52 at the moment. I'm just ahead on 54. But,
Yeah, we just need
Still
Beans to
close.
not predict a show, and I think I can overtake
Yeah.
him.
oh, and then I'll run away with it. I don't do that yet.
Oh, man.
That was the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, not one of the better
It's a
Rumbles.
thing that happened.
Yeah. Not one of the better Rumbles that we've seen. If you
So it
ask
was
me.
alright. I just thought it was missing something.
Definitely, yeah.
Missing just like surprise entrance, like a
Yeah,
Steve
just
Austin or a
bit
Val
of-
Venus.
Val Venus, yeah.
Austin would have been amazing, but I don't think he's coming back for a Rumble.
Wow,
If you ask me.
just someone who hasn't been around for a while. You go, oh, I remember that guy. There wasn't much of that.
That's true, yeah.
No. But yeah.
So next up, we've got the Elimination Chamber. That is going to be on the 19th. Wow, that's actually not far away.
Yeah.
It's 2 weeks away.
Beautiful
And we have
agenda.
5 matches announced.
We do.
So when they go to Saudi, they actually promote stuff.
Yeah, they seem to put a bit of a bit of effort in.
Yeah, it's going to be the greatest Elimination Chamber. Becky Lynch and Lita. So Lita is sticking around at least for this one.
Yeah.
The Usos versus the Viking Raiders, where they've been. Drew McIntyre versus Madcap Moss again. We don't need to see that. Roman Reigns versus Goldberg. Goldberg is back for the Saudi show,
Of course he is.
and then the Elimination Chamber for the WWE title. Big Bob Lash, new champion. Seth freaking Rollins, Austin Theory, Riddle, AJ, and Big BL Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
So the theory is now apparently that
The Austin
they
Theory.
weren't the Austin theory. They weren't very keen on the idea of doing a title v title match at Mania. Something's changed in the last week or so, and apparently they're now leaning towards it. So maybe Lesnar's. You'd expect Lesnar to either win the Elimination Chamber or get it some other way. That's if the rumors are to be believed.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like Goldberg and Reigns for the title in Saudi Arabia or something like that. Also, Lita and Becky, as I mentioned. And there's like a room. Hold on, let me see if I can find it here. This Saudi show is not. it is mid, as some people would call it. Oh man, here's an image. So it would be Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar versus Rollins versus Theory versus Riddle versus Styles in the Chamber, Reigns versus Goldberg for the Universal Championship, Becky Lynch versus Lita, and the Usos versus the Viking Raiders, as I think Will just mentioned. So, yeah, fuck that.
Why does Goldberg keep getting these title matches in Saudi?
Yeah.
They love him over there. They're stuck in 1995.
Does seem that way, doesn't it?
Where they think the Big Show looks like Andre the Giant.
Yeah, though, I think it's good that they're not including it as one of the main shows, so it's not a bit of a nothing show. I think that was it the Super Showdown where they just have matches for the sake of it.
Hmm.
Started out a bit like that, yeah.
So at least there's a point to it now. So I suppose I don't really have a problem with it. I like having a big show. If they're gonna put some effort into it, why not?
Hmm.
So what else have we got? The Winter Olympics started this week.
Oh Jesus! I could not give a shit about the Olympics, the summer or the winter variations.
Ah,
I like the Olympics.
Yeah. I
Um,
haven't watched any of them.
I haven't seen much this one.
Have they started the curling yet? I'm always down for a bit of curling.
That started early. It was on a couple of days before the actual everything else started.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What the hell?
So yeah, looking at the news, really, there's not much else happening really. NXT are doing another pay-per-view or whatever they're calling it these days. Vengeance Day.
Premium live event.
I don't know if they're even calling it that for NXT. At the minute.
An
Just
amateurish
an event.
live event.
Just an event.
Yeah, it'd be interesting if they call them premium live events for NXT. Yeah, there's not much else. Like I said, I'm just checking some of the stuff here. I did watch Dynamite. I can't tell you what happened on it because I don't really remember too much. I remember the main event going super long. Oh yeah, MJF getting the win and CM Punk getting his very first loss in AEW. They did one of those falsy finishes where, you know, MJF used like wrist tape to get the advantage on Punk, and then when the ref lifted his hand, the wrist tape dropped, and the ref was like, "What is this? Restart the match." And yeah, I can't remember the last time somebody did the false finish like that and then still ended up winning.
Yeah, that's not the usual way.
Usually it's the other guy that ends up winning. Let me take a look here. I'm gonna go back to AEW's weird website. Events.
Well, I saw only the opener where John Moxley beat up not Brian Kendrick, and then Bryan Danielson came out and suggested that they become a tag team.
Yeah, that was.
I'll
pretty
share a
cool.
clip of that on YouTube.
That was pretty cool.
Did he say yeah or no, or you know, not decided yet?
He didn't say anything.
Didn't say anything. Think about it. Yeah, no Brian Kendrick because apparently it came to light that he made some very anti-Semitic.
He's a lunatic.
Yeah, anti-Semitic comments.
To the surprise of no one, surely. This is like when that Ric Flair story came out. It's like, not only was it not a secret, it was like it was a thing. This was in a shoot interview that we all watched 8 years ago. This is like, we know this. He said ridiculous things. He was all about conspiracy theories. He said that the sun was cold. That's why it's cold when you go up a mountain. It's all ridiculous stuff that he was buying right in. I always thought it was a gimmick. He said it because it was funny. Because he also had that theory about Vince and the Benoit thing, right? I don't remember that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was all around that time as well, probably a little before. But that was his thing for a while. I'm surprised that this one came out and it was such a. I kind of thought we all knew.
Oh yeah, I guess Tony Khan didn't know about the anti-Semitism. And well, yeah, you know. So then, you know, he got swapped for Wheeler Yuta, and I just was not into the match at all. I was like, okay, cool. Mox is going up against somebody that looks like the guy that would throw himself into a bunch of junk on YouTube in his backyard, who also has a problematic past for being racist.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, that's why I kind of died off.
What did he say?
He had I think it was an Instagram where it was just a bunch of N-words. Like, he would have different accounts that had, like, N-words on it. Like, hard ER.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was there any context for it, or was it just...
I think it was just troll accounts or something. Or he would, like,
saying the word.
Or saying the word, and I think he would have, like accounts that would just had, like, different variations of the N-word with the ER in it.
Yeah.
Like, whoa.
So he was just doing it for the lulz, because he knew it was the wrong thing. Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
It's edgy. You gotta be edgy in this day and age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything else is kind of... Apparently Pac can see now. Like, he was wrestling blindfolded for a little bit, and then he took the thing off, and then Swerve, he's not actually blind. He has both eyes. And then, ironically enough, couldn't see the interference from Malachi Black to push him off the top rope, and Penta got misted, yeah.
Should have kept the blindfold on.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah. Nyla Rose and Ruby Soho, this just seemed like a match thrown together. Gun Club threw Jungle Boy into a thing of snow outside the arena. That was kind of funny. Dan Lambert, two Dan Lambert segments. One with Brandy, where they were talking about breasticles, so that kind of caught my attention a little bit, and Paige Van Zant showed up. And then later in the show, Lance Archer returned, because next week is going to be that crazy death match for the AEW title.
Oh, they're actually doing it.
Yeah.
Cool. But didn't you say they were in Atlantic City?
Yeah, it's going to be a New Jersey death match, clearly.
It's going to be a Texas death match.
In New Jersey.
In New Jersey, yeah. Just like they have Beach Break in a city that doesn't have a beach. I guess.
Cleveland, yeah.
Cleveland, yeah. With a sign, Cleveland doesn't even have a beach.
Apparently they do. I have a friend who lives in Cleveland.
It's on a lake, isn't it?
Yeah. Don't know if that counts. And then the main event, again, MJF CM Punk, 40 minutes. Punk did the Pepsi plunge at one point, and JR said something like, he hasn't done that move in 17 years.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, main event was alright. It was okay. Don't know if I would have had it gone that long, but it was okay. I didn't mind it. So yeah, that was pretty much Dynamite. Again, we talked about it's going to be Shane McMahon this Wednesday. I think it is. I am convinced.
Yeah, I'm not.
No, I'm not.
Let's see it.
I mean, it's 2022. You know, reality's been turned upside down, so there is a slight chance it could happen.
Is there?
It's not out of the question. All right. Anyway, I think that's it.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible. It could.
It's not possible, I suppose. But...
I mean, lots of things are possible.
It's not that far-fetched. Because, like, what other...
quite far-fetched.
What other,
It's more far-fetched than it being Keith Lee.
He's going to be on his honeymoon.
delay the honeymoon.
Like I say, I think you've got more chance of it being John Cena, to be honest.
Yeah, okay, John Cena, let's go. Ladder match. Isaiah Cassidy, let's do this. I just want like a big WWE guy to make the jump. And what better way of doing that than John Cena, Steve Austin, or Shane McMahon in this case?
Jeff Hardy.
I mean,
It's not Jeff Hardy.
yeah, it's not going to be Jeff Hardy. Like, Matt's going to sell off the rest of the Hardy family order to Andrade just so he can pair up with Jeff Hardy and gimp around the ring. I'm sorry, but like Matt can barely run. His body's torn up. With peace and love. What was funny about that?
That's the way you said it.
Just thinking about Matt Hardy's Jimmy legs.
Jimmy.
That story from all those years ago.
Apparently, he's turned down. Or WWE contacted him about the Hall of Fame, and he said no.
Yeah. WWE's a
Could he
shithole
do
to
it?
work at. That's why I want Shane McMahon to make the jump. Like, come on. How can you not see this?
No, I can see where you're coming from, and I'm not disagreeing with you. It would be
Makes the jump, closes the door, never comes back to WWE ever again to see Vince. I'm with my new father now, Mr. Khan.
And he's even richer than you.
Yeah. After all, it is
No,
all about the
'cause-
money.
The problem with that
Yeah.
is that after the surprise kind of fades a little bit, you're left with Shane McMahon in AEW.
Yeah, like a 50-year-old
Yeah.
Shane McMahon in AEW. I mean, that's true.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to win the ladder match for the Revolution thing.
But he has to do something.
no,
He
but
can
if-
jump off high things. That's what he's known for.
I don't. How often can he jump off high things? How many times do you need to see that?
A lot. They do it in AEW. I mean, we just saw it a couple weeks ago with Orange Cassidy and Adam Cole.
Yeah, he kind of like hugged him off the stage.
Yeah, and then the referee almost fell into the hole with him, which was almost
Yeah,
equally hilarious.
People are already doing that.
Yeah,
And then we're going to have Jeff Hardy at some point. He'll
Yeah.
definitely jump off
He'll-
some high stuff.
definitely. Yeah.
So we don't need Shane to do it
And
as
then
well.
we got Shane McMahon, 50 years old. Let's go.
All right. Did you hear that the Ass Boys have trademarked Ass Boys?
Oh God. Why would you? I mean, I get why you would trademark that, but why?
Because they want to be the Ass Boys.
Fair point.
I think it's funny. I like the Ass Boys. They should do a storyline where one of them really likes the name and the other one hates it. And then, like, over time, the one who hates it learns to like it, but then the one who likes it
Ends
kind
up
of goes
hating
off it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be kind of cool. I would like that. Austin Gunn, I believe, on some reality show where they're like on a farm with like other children of famous people.
The Simple Life.
Yeah, kind of, pretty much, kind of like The Simple Life. Yeah.
Doesn't that mean to be on one of those shows, don't you have to be famous?
Are you telling me Billy Gunn's not famous? Who are you to tell anyone who isn't
Mr.
famous?
Ass is not a household name.
The Ass Man.
Well, I just don't know that he's famous enough. Which is the same, like this, the Go Big show.
Yeah.
They've got Cody Rhodes on it. I'm feeling like the general public will watch that and go, "Who the hell's Cody Rhodes?"
Yeah, well,
I know these other
Yeah.
guys, but who's this guy?
you can watch Cody Rhodes on AEW Dynamite most weeks on TBS.
Yeah, but why would I? I don't know who he is.
Why would I?
I know I can.
Well, he puts himself through a flaming table like he saw somebody he got the idea from with the Rubik's Cube. Where that one guy set himself on fire, and Cody was like, "Hey, that's a pretty cool idea. Let me do that." And he had that weird back peel of the flame gel. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, yeah, that's up to people. If they want to just be like, "Oh, I'll check out this AEW Dynamite," and they'll be like, "Oh, Shane McMahon's here. Hell yeah, let's go." 1.2 million in the ratings. Here we are.
All it took was Shane McMahon.
All it took was Shane, yeah. And then Cody will be booked in a match or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It probably is going to be Keith Lee. That seems like the number one pick, but I'm going with the long shot. Because if Shane does jump off of something, Vince is going to have to watch the show to make sure his son doesn't get hurt. Because he'll be like one of those nervous fathers. Maybe, I don't know. He may not give a shit.
I think he'll just have someone else watch it for him.
Yeah, probably.
He'll wait for it to come out in the dirt sheets.
Goddamn, pal, what did Meltzer say about Shane on Dynamite? And when, I don't know. I was going to say something really dirty, but never mind.
Oh, go on. It's always fun.
Go on.
I was going to say after Pritchard's done filleting him.
Oh! Hey, that's different.
Alright, should we get out of here?
On that bombshell.
We'll be back next week, I think, where I'll be at 35. I'll be old on next week's show officially.
That's right. It's going to be actually on air, isn't it?
Officially old.
Oh god, yeah,
Officially old.
yeah. I'll have to have one of those midlife crises.
Crises.
Crises, yeah.
Crises. How was your one, Will? Yours was recently, wasn't it?
Yeah, we skipped the week, didn't we? The week.
Yeah.
When it happened. Yeah, it was alright. No, I didn't do much really. When you get to this age, you don't really do much, do you?
Well, when you've had that many birthdays, it's just another day, isn't it?
Less of an event as each year goes by.
Yeah. Well, that's depressing.
So are we all in the 35 club after next week?
Yeah.
Not until tax day.
Oh, you're the last one, are you?
I'm the last one. I'm the baby.
Oh well.
And even then, we won't all be in the 35 club because one of us is significantly older than the others. He's not always around anymore because he's limit his activity in that.
Yeah, fair enough, yeah.
But yeah, soon enough we'll all be there.
Yeah, so there you go.
Not all bad.
Yeah, that's something to look forward to next week. Yeah, we'll be here as long as there's something to talk about. But until then, have a great one, and we'll catch you then. Take care, everybody. Have a great one. Good night. This is where Beans goes. Bye-bye.